Through this video, we will be learning database query using SQL, which is Unit 2 of class 12th. In this video, I will be explaining functions in MySQL. Functions in MySQL are classified into two types: single row functions and aggregate functions. Single row functions are also known as scalar functions, and aggregate functions are also referred to as multi-row functions or group functions. Single row functions. Single row functions operate on a single value to return a single result. When applied to a table, they produce a single result for every row in the table. Means it will produce output for every row in the table if we apply single row functions on the table. They can be used with select, where and group by clause. There are three types of single row functions: string or text functions, numeric functions, date and time functions. Students, in this video, I have demonstrated all the single row functions with example on the MySQL screen. This screen shows all the single row functions in MySQL: string functions, numeric functions and date and time functions. The sub functions are listed under each category. Now let's start working with all these string functions, numeric functions and date and time functions in the coming slides with example. First, we are starting up with the string functions, then we'll move on to numeric function, then to date and time functions. So let's start, students. As you can see on the MySQL screen that there is a table with the name EMP. It has four fields: ENO, ename, designation and cell. Four records exist in the table. Now what I want to convert all the names in the ename field to uppercase, that is capital letters, using the ucase function. How I can do this? I will write a select command which uses ucase function. Ucase, in bracket you will write the name of the field, then from, clause and the table name. When you press the enter key, you can see the output is displayed here. All the names are converted to capital letters. One thing more, you can see the heading as ucase ename. This is the heading which is shown in the select statement. If you want to change the heading, then after ucase ename you can use the as keyword for giving the alias name to the heading. I am giving the heading name as ename or employee name. This employee name is to be enclosed in quotes. Now see, the heading is changed to employee name in place of ucase ename. Now we want to use lcase function. Lcase function is the reverse of ucase function, which converts the text into small letters. Now here I want to convert ename, all the names in the ename column, to small letters. I can use the lcase function or I can use lower also in place of lcase. In bracket you will pass the name of the field, then from, table name. See, all the names are converted to small letters. In the table they were in capital letters, but now they are converted to small letters. We can also use this ename, this lcase function also for changing any other text which is not part of the table. Like I am passing the word information which is there in capitals, so I have to pass it in quotes. Now this information word is converted to small letters with the help of LCase function. Now the next function is substr. Substr is also known as mid function. So you can use either mid or substr. With substr function, what you can do, you can extract characters from the middle of the string, that is from any position of the string. Like in our case, I am passing a string information, and from that information string I want to extract 4 characters from the third position. So first I will pass the string information, then I will pass the position, and how many characters you want to extract. I want to extract 4 characters, so I am passing 4. Then after putting the semicolon, press the enter. Now you can check that it is extracting 4 characters from the third position. If you count the number of the position of the character, 1, 2, 3. So at third position F is there, and from here I will count 4. So in 4 characters form is there. So the output is coming to form. We can also apply this function on the table. Then in that case you have to write the field name. I want to extract 4 characters from the third position of every designation. So I am passing the field name as designation, and then the table name in the from clause. Always remember students that whenever you are using the table, then in that case when you are referring the field name, don't enclose it in quotes. Then press the enter key. You can check that it is extracting 4 characters from every designation, because 4 records exist in the table, so it is producing 4 outputs. First clerk is there, so from its third position it is showing ERK, as only 3 characters are left, so it is showing ERK. In MGR, from third position only R exists, so it is showing R. In third record salesman, it is showing LESM. From third position it is counting 4 characters. Again from the supervisor it is counting 4 characters. So this way it will return the output in case of substr. In place of substr you can also use the mid function. Now I will discuss left function. In substr function we were retrieving characters from any position of the string. But now I want to retrieve the characters from the left position of the string, so I will be using left function. Again I am using the designation field. From the designation field I want to retrieve 4 characters from every name from its left position. So I will write the field name, then the number of characters that you want to extract from the left side. After that the table name. This would be the output. So this way you can use left function. Right function can also be used in the same manner as we have used left function. Only the difference is it will extract the characters from the right position. So you will use the right function. Now over here in our query I am retrieving 4 characters from the right side of the designation field. You can check the output. Now it is retrieving the characters from the right position of the string, 4 characters, LERK from the clerk, then MGR, S-man and I SOR from the supervisor value. So this way the write function works. Now the length function, as the name is suggesting, length function is used to retrieve the length of the string. Length, that is the number of characters in the string. Length, then in bracket I am referring to ename field. It will return the length of each name. Now in every name 3 characters are present, so it is showing 3. If I check for the designation field, then it will show the number of characters present in every designation field. In first 5 characters, so 5. In second 3, so it is showing 3 characters. 8, then 8. So this way this function works. Concat function. This concat function is used to combine 2 or more strings together. Let's take an example. I want to concat 2 strings with the help of concat function. Select concat first string, first string I am passing as informatics, then by separating with comma you will pass another string. Practices is another string. As we are not referring to any table, so no from clause is required. Press the enter key. You can check the output. It has joined the 2 strings together without any space in between. I can apply this concat function on the table also. Then in place of the string I will combine the fields. I am combining ename field with the designation field. So you will write the field name, then from table name. Have a look at the output. It is combining each name with the designation without any space in between. So this is the concept of concat function. Trim function. Trim function is used for removing the leading and trailing spaces. Leading and trailing means left and right spaces if the spaces exist in the string. Let's take an example. Select trim. I am passing 2 strings. One string I am passing, I am giving space in the starting also and at the end also. The string I am passing is information. So on both sides of the string I am giving space. Now you can check in the output that it has removed the spaces from both the sides. And if spaces also exist in records of the table, you can trim the spaces by using the trim function. Ltrim function. Ltrim function will trim the spaces from the left side of the string if spaces exist on the left side of the string. So here you can see the spaces on the left side of the string. So by using ltrim function we can remove these spaces. This is the output. Now the rtrim function. Rtrim function works same like ltrim only. Only the thing is it will remove the spaces from the right side of the string if spaces exist on the right side of the string. You can check it has not removed spaces from the left side as we have used rtrim, that is right side spaces will be trimmed. So it has not removed the spaces from the left side. This is the working of rtrim function. NSTR function is used to find the position of a string in another string. That means you will pass 2 strings in the NSTR function. The position of the second string will be checked in the first string. Let's take an example. Select in str, pass the first string. I am passing the string as information. Then the second string, which is to be searched in the first string, I want to check for OR. Now it is showing the output 4 as OR position in the information string is 4. So that is why it is returning 4. I can apply this function on field in the table also. I want to check for the existence of B in the ename field. It is look for the character B in the ename field from table name. Now in the first name, B exists at the second position, so it is showing 2. In second record, it exists at first position, so it is showing 1. In third record and fourth record, there is no character B, so it is showing the output as 0. Numeric function POW or POWER, power. It will return the power of the number. You can use POW function like this. I have written as 2, 3. That means 2 is the base and 3 is the power. So 2 into 2 into 2. 2 will be multiplied 3 times, so the output is 8. We can also apply this function on field of the table also. I am raising the power as 2 of every record of ENO column. See how it will work from table name. So it will return the output for every row in the table. Round function is very important from board point of view. 99% every time there is a question from this function. This round function is very common. Round function is used to round off the value. Students, you must be knowing about rounding off. Let's take an example. Select round. I am taking a decimal value 3.34. This is the number which I want to round off to one decimal place. So comma 1. Now you can see the output. It has rounded off this value to one decimal place. It has removed 4, so the output would be 123.3. If I am not passing the second argument, then it will round off this number to 0 decimal place. The output would be 123, that is no decimal places would be there. If I am changing the number after the decimal places to 46, then the output would be 123. Again I am passing the second argument as 1, means it will set it to one decimal place. So the output would be 123.5 because it has rounded off its previous value. So this is the working of round function. In our last slide, we have checked for the round function. Now I will tell you the working of truncate function. This truncate function also works in the similar manner as that of round function. Only the difference is it will not round off the value, it will only trim them or remove them. Now here in our example, I have taken the number as 123.46. The second argument which I have passed is 1. That is, the number will be trimmed to one decimal place. Output would be 123.4. If I use round function in place of truncate, then the output would be changed, it will round off the value. So this is the difference between the two. Students, this round and truncate function is very important from board point of view. So carefully study this function. Sign function is used to return the sign of the number, whether the number is negative, positive or 0. I am passing the number as 234. As you can see, this number is a positive number, so it will return 1 because the number is positive. If I am passing negative number, it will return -1. -1 denotes negative number. If I am passing 0, it will return 0 because the number is 0. So this is the working of sign function. Current function. Current function will return the current date of the system. You can use the current function as select current. It will return the current date. The format for MySQL is year, then month, then date. So this way you can check for the current date or today's date. Sysdate function. Sysdate function also works in the same manner as that of current function. Only the difference being it will return the system date and time. So here it is returning date and then it is returning time. Format is again the same. 4y is year, then month, date, and in time hour, minutes and seconds. Now the now function is also doing the same task as that of the sysdate function. Only the difference is now function will return the time at which the statement or function began to execute. You can check the time. Now I am using the sysdate function. There would be a slight difference between the two in the timings because the sysdate will return the time at which the command executed, but now will return the time at which the statement began to execute. So this is the difference between. Next is the date function. Date function will return the date as it is. Whatever date you are passing in the brackets, it will extract the date from it. I have passed date and time both, but it is only returning the date. So this is the function of date function. We know how many days are there in a month, either 30 or 31. If I want to check which day or date is there today, I can use the day function and I can pass the date. From this date, it will return the day of the month. The format is year, month, then date. So today is 2nd day of 12th month. Instead of day function, you can also use day of month. Both are doing the same function. Both are returning the day of the month. Month function. Month function is used to return the month from the past date. In this date, the month is 12, that is December. So when we pass this command, it will return 12. Year function. Year function will return the year from the date passed in brackets. I have to use the year function. It will return only the year. Students, you can use these date and time functions on the table also if date field exists in the table. Month name function. Month name will return the name of the month as the function name signifies. You will write the month name function. It will return the name of the month because third month is there. So third month is March, so it is showing the output as March. Day name function. Day name function will return the name of the day. Day names are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So on a particular date which we have passed in the bracket, which day falls on that particular day, it will return the name of the day. On this particular date, Monday would be there, so it is returning Monday. Day of week function. This day of week function works in the same manner as that of day name function. Only the difference between the two functions is day name function will return the name of the day, whereas day of function will return the output in the form of 1 to 7 digits. For 1, it is Sunday. For 2, it is Monday. You can compare the results. On the above select command, it is returning Monday. We have issued the same select statement, but in the first statement, it is returning Monday, the day name, whereas in the second day function, day of week, it is returning 2. Because 1 referred to Sunday and 2 referred to Monday, 3 for Wednesday and so on. It will continue till 7. So this is the difference between the two. Day of year function. This day of year function will count the number of days passed till date in a year. I have taken this date 2020, 3rd March, 2nd March. So you can check, it is second date of March month. 2020 is a leap year. In a leap year, how many days in February? 29 days. And for January, 31 days. So 31 plus 29 plus 2. It will return 62. So this is the function of day of year function. You enjoyed the session, students, and learned all the MySqL single row functions. Thank you all.